Gavin McInnes. If you know who I am, I guarantee you know who he is. He's like the punk rocker, edgy guy on the right, which is kind of contradictory in itself because if you think about like punk and what it represents, it's supposed to be this counterculture thing, pushing back against the status quo. So when you are embracing the status quo, kind of like it's just funny and ridiculous. So I find myself watching his content sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie, every once in a while, he may say something that's actually kind of funny, but it's very rare. And for the most part, he's completely full of shit. And this particular video, which I'm going to review, he is extra full of shit. So let's just play the title and jump into why. So basically, Gavin decided to review a video of a woman who has a pet chicken and makes fun of her the whole time and talks about how all child-free women are just sad, lonely alcoholics and we can't get boyfriends and all this and that, this and that. So I want to say before I get into the video itself, I don't really like the video. I'm an animal lover, don't get me wrong. And this woman is allowed to think whatever the fuck she wants regarding her animals, but just the tone of the video just seems kind of tacky and cringe. I mean, why does someone need a video explaining why their pet is important to them? I don't really get it. But she's not harming anyone. As tacky as it may be, I don't judge her for that. He does, however. He has a lot to say about it. So let's get into that exactly. Why he's so offended that this woman has a pet chicken and lives her life.
You know that you look ridiculous when you say, I don't want kids, and then, like Femke Janssen, you have a massive party for your dog that includes 17 balloons because he's 17 years old, and that's some sort of an accomplishment, and your baby. There's no such thing as a dog mom. You're a dog owner.
So you know those broken clock moments people talk about? I do actually agree with him a bit here, because to me, being child-free, I mean, I'm child-free for multiple reasons. The main reason is I just don't like kids. I find them annoying and sticky, and they cost a lot of money, and they make a lot of noise. But besides that, I don't really consider myself a maternal person. I think you have to have a certain temperament to be a mother. And though I am somewhat nurturing in certain instances, for the most part, I'm not a very nurturing person. Like, seriously, if I wanted to be a mom, I would be a mom. I don't want to be a mom. So, I'm not. Not a pet mom. I'm a non-mom. I'm a person who owns pets, but I don't know. I just find it odd that some of these child-free people do want to co-opt the term of motherhood. And I understand certain people think of their pets as a member of their family versus some people think of it more as like a living toy and whatever, as long as you feed and properly take care of your animal, I don't care what you think. But I do kind of take an issue with people who go super far and talk about things about, you know, how their animal is the same as a child. No, it's not. We don't have kids for a reason. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're actually making me agree with Gavin here. I don't like doing that. Ugh. So let's just jump to some more things that I disagree with. Let's get the fire started, everyone.
But to make it sound empowering and to try to get all the things that moms get, like, I've heard of people talking about maternal leave for dog moms. Well, what? Did you birth it? Well, you need to go to some sort of science museum because you're a mutant.
I'm going to need you to cite a source on that. I'm going to do some research and get back with you. Because I've heard some whiny bullshit, but if this is something that someone's actually advocating for, I'm sure someone would write an article on that. And the right-wingers, the Gavins, the Ben Shapiros, oh, y'all would have a field day with that. So, like I said, sources needed. And I'll do the research.
Inevitably, by the way, when I meet these women, I'll go, oh, well, no one proposed to you your whole life? And she goes, oh, yeah, my boyfriend of 7 years proposed. But I told him I wasn't ready, and I wanted to focus on my career. What's your career? Oh, I organize appointments for my boss. I'm head of social media. I run my company's Facebook page. Or it's always things that are also maternal. Like, I'm a real estate agent. Oh, you show people the house? Yeah. You mean like housewives do? Yeah. Or I work with kids, or I organize stuff. Yeah. You mean like your daughter's dance lessons and your son's soccer practice, stuff moms do. So you actually get all the worst part of motherhood without the making something that is you and gives you eternal life and eternal love. So this is a great example of these natural instincts.
I know I touched on this earlier, but I love how Gavin just assumes that all child-free women are just single, career-oriented, lonely fucks. No possible way that we don't like alcohol. All of us. And it has to be wine, too, because, women don't drink beer. That's for men. Plenty of us are in relationships, and even some of us are married. I was one. I was a married child-free woman. He died, though. But, that goes against your narrative. I was probably left because I didn't want to breed or something. But yeah, for those of us who are career-oriented and we choose nurturing-like careers, such as social work, being a teacher, working with animals, whatever it may be, so what? Isn't that a good thing? Don't we need people in those positions? And then wouldn't you frown upon men who work those positions because they're supposed to be manly, they're supposed to build a table and do the cable work line outside and the plumbing. So if men are supposed to do manly jobs and women aren't supposed to do nurturing jobs, who's gonna do all those jobs? Because you sure shit don't like it when women have jobs and have kids. So we just supposed to eliminate these positions in society? Or are you just supposed to be able to bitch no matter what? I think that's it. Or maybe you just didn't fucking think this through, and this is just a comedy rant. I hope. I really do.
A chicken is not a replacement for this. A human being is. Am I crazy, or is this a beautiful example of women wanting and needing to have kids? Look, I'll say it now. I think 5% would be better off in the workforce. I think 5% shouldn't have kids. But that's 95 that would be happier loving a little bambino of their own, smelling his little angel breath, holding him at night, breastfeeding him, helping him get to school, seeing him say, bye, Mom, coming home after work, if you have to work, and Mommy's home. Yay, Mommy's home. They run, they hug her legs. They cry when she goes away on a 3-day business trip. That's way better than a chicken.
First of all, I've actually yet to see where it's stated specifically that this woman doesn't have or doesn't want kids. If a person doesn't want kids and they don't have kids, that's doing what they want to do, which would make them happy, I would assume. Just like a person who wants kids has kids. Or a person who wants kids and can't have kids is sad. Do you understand how shit like that works? Why is this woman's existence an example of why women need to have kids? This is a woman living out in the woods with a chicken. She seems pretty happy. And you're totally entitled to think that whatever she's doing is weird and lame and pathetic, but then don't do it. Go on living with your wife and your 2.5 kids and follow the life script. Nobody's trying to stop you from doing that. You see parenthood and you see all those positive things, and that's fine. Yay for you. You know what I see when I think of parenthood? I see this. No thanks. I'm not a big fan of chickens. I prefer cats and lizards, but I'll take a chicken any day that's gonna make my bed by doing this over that shit. But do you know what the difference between me and you is, Gavin? I see your lifestyle and I don't understand it, but I don't condescendingly think that you secretly agree with me because of the compilation I showed you before. I understand that human beings are different. Some people want kids. Some people don't. Some people want to be a stay-at-home mom. Some people want to have kids and have a career. All of us are fucking different. And I acknowledge that. Why can't you?
I'd like to do an imitation of her ex-boyfriend. You dodged a bullet there, my friend. Wowie.
Look, I get that it's your thing to be edgy, and this might be a little comedy bit, but you really don't know anything about this woman, other than the fact that she lives in the woods with a fucking chicken. You don't know what kind of partner she is. You don't know if she's a cheater, if she's possessive, if she has a spending problem, if she can't cook or clean worth shit. You don't know if she has bipolar disorder. You don't know if she's a manipulator or a pathological liar. You know nothing about this woman. And you're going to sit here and say that her boyfriend dodged a bullet because she has a pet chicken in the woods? Like, please be part of the bit.
Because women are magical. They are sentient, as Ann Coulter describes. They are sentient. But you take the magic orb thing that's in Iron Man's chest, and you pull that out, and that's the ability to give birth and all that wonderful stuff that comes with it, the nurturing, all the nice things you're seeing here, misdirected. And you replace Iron Man's glowing orb with feces. So women themselves are beautiful creatures and gifted wonderful things. When I rail against feminism, I'm not railing against women. I'm railing against broken women. And I'm saying feminism does this to women. These things could be feeding babies. Instead, they're getting in the way while she drives out of her city to go and really, truly focus on the development of her goddamn rooster.
Women are beautiful because we can give birth. That's our purpose. I've heard it before and I'm going to hear it again. And those of us who don't want kids, broken degenerates, poisoned by feminism, seriously, like... Fuck. What about men? Like, seriously, what about men who don't want kids? I'm gonna take my feminist glasses and put them on for a bit and say this is actual misogyny. Not Laura Croft's tits are too big. Oh no, not that kind of misogyny. Actual misogyny. To say that women are baby-making machines and that's our purpose, and to defy that means we're degenerates. But men, you know, you should probably raise families and do all that too, but it's not 100% necessary because you could be this or that or this or that. It's like they're the main player that has all these objectives, and then like the woman is the sidekick and she has to get pregnant. It's just like, it's current year, guys. We've moved past that. Seriously. You guys, Gavin, your folk, you tradcons are what give the evil feminists fuel. Stop saying misogynistic shit if you don't want to be called a misogynist. Stop reducing us down to our fucking ovaries and vagina. I don't understand how someone with a working brainstem can think that I am useless other than my ability to breed. I couldn't fathom being that closed-minded. I really couldn't.
Ladies, please, your ovaries don't last forever. When you're 30, the hourglass turns upside down and the sand starts draining out. By 35, it's very hard to have a kid. Guys, stop being such a pussy and propose. And women, when he proposes, say yes, or you will end up a chicken mom.
Gavin, there are 7+ billion people on this planet of finite resources. Poverty and crime is rampant. Global warming is destroying this earth. Oh wait, you don't believe that shit. There are so many reasons why everyone doesn't need to have kids. I am all for the majority of people, which the majority of people want to have kids, having kids. But leave this small minority of us child-free people the fuck alone. We are not hurting you. We are not hurting anyone else. At all. If we regret our decision when we're 45, then we'll sit in our apartments and we'll sip on wine and we'll hug our chicken/cat. That doesn't affect you or anyone. Now, I could see if there was this trend where women who hit their 40s and their ovaries are officially bad were going out buying semi-automatic rifles and like shooting up schools or concerts or whatever, and they write in their manifesto that they regretted not having kids. But that I don't think that's literally ever happened. Ever. It's never happened. So until you can point out an objective bad effect that certain women not having kids has on society as a whole, shut the fuck up. Seriously. Get over yourself. Not everybody wants to live the exact same lifestyle as you. It's not that big of a deal. So go take care of little Preston and raise a traditional family and build a table instead of playing video games and leave us the fuck alone to be alcoholics and to hug our chicken/cat/dogs. We're not fucking bothering anyone. Do you seriously not have anything better to talk about? Guess not. Well, my name is the Meds Peds. This was my video. If you agree with it, I suggest you click the like and the subscribe and the Patreon and blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. You know the drill. Just do it. You got it.